Hey there. It didn't seem that it's gonna work, but now it seems that it is working. So welcome to the most influential dead channel. I'm not really feeling like streaming, but last time I
Hala seems a little tipsy from the Kungalush.
angry. I guess I'll have to go into game now. And also how to ruin immersion. That's how. Okay, I guess I'm not well positioned. Doesn't matter, I don't care. Look at me. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the things. When I started, I was messing around, but then, as I was trying to make things better, I think I also got too rigid. Maybe it's for the better, maybe it's for the worse, but I'm gonna try and go, back to the more relaxed style, because these are streams after all. I wanna be helpful and useful, and that's one of the reasons I made the channel, but on the other hand, I don't think it's gonna work for me. I'm not saying it's better, I'm just saying the other thing is better for me, or the first thing, doesn't matter. So my concept went out of the window as that text to speech went off, and I mean, I had nothing anyway, but at least I had some idea what I'm gonna talk about, and I'm just gonna ramble, and I guess that's it. I hope everything's gonna work. I wanted to be a bit more on point, and there's so much things to say and nothing to say, and like I said, this is stream and I'm just gonna rant. Maybe there's gonna be bits and pieces of useful things. Damn, that text to speech really threw me off. Funny, really. Well, I think I have streamed last Monday also. Then humidity was insane. Temperature, they said it was 31, but I don't really believe anything anymore. So they predict it's gonna be warm again, and if it's gonna be like in the pressure cooker like the last time, I wanted to do preemptive stream, since I haven't streamed in a while. There actually is a bunch of stuff I wanna talk about, but I can't really, I guess the term is cram it all into one stream. I wanted to make some useful, free-to-play stream stuff. Yeah, that's one of the things also that came to mind, is that I sometimes, go back to some of the streams to check what I was talking, and I already said, some are really painful to listen to. And one of the reasons is, that I want to say a lot of things, and that's why I want to go back to more relaxed and, you know, if I say it, I say it. If I don't, doesn't matter. Kind of streams. And also, I explain it really badly. And sometimes I just wanna go back and, you know, do reaction to my own streams to try explain it better and say some extra stuff. But I guess I'm just gonna keep winging it. So since my concept went kaput, I'm not even gonna bother with coming up with expressions and stuff. Yeah, never mind everything. I was thinking about, I don't wanna move from Delaran because I have this tomb parked here for practical reasons. And so, you know, I'm just gonna keep coming up with places where I'm gonna stand, because that's what the video is going to be, you know, just me standing. And since the quality can be bad, I guess it's for the better. I think some of the, let's try, okay, maybe I cannot see it in this mode, but yeah, this is a reference to Ninja Turtles, of course. Are they there? I'm not sure. Yeah, they're here. So yeah, you can take one of those potions and turn yourself into Tuskar if you're into that. I mean, you don't get to choose, it's random. And you can turn yourself into a Stinger, so you can pretty much fly across Dalaran, go into that top of that tower that has a room in it. I think I have that toy. I think you can get a pet from old Dalaran. It's that candle one. You need to find it. I found it by accident the other day. So you have to do some emote. I forgot about that. You have to do some emote and you'll get that unique pet that's candle. And I forgot, yeah, you have to find, I think, those books to get that pet and get that toy to get you on top of that tower. I totally forgot about that. And while we're here, and I hope I don't ruin this for everyone, these are vendors here. They sell you, I checked one vendor just before the stream. They're, I think, level 30 requirement, but some of the vendors sell stuff for gold, so usually with my excess gold I just buy it for transmog. And for you random leveler passing by, if you get to this part, if you're gonna go into 20 till 29 random battleground and you are, I don't know, any level, you can buy vendor gear. You know, it's, maybe you are not gonna need it, but maybe you will. So at 25 I think you can buy epics and blues for gold. And now I finally found something to talk about and a nice little segue here. So if you are having issues with some of that gear, did I say it was at 25? I probably did. So nice epic 25 gear. Now if gems are your issue, because that's gemmed gear with gem slots, and that's one of the things why some of that gear is bis. What I'm gonna do for gems, if you have marks of honor, you can buy it, of course, in Orgrimmar, those +3s. And if you don't have it, for my fellow free-to-play warriors, you can in Hala, so that's TBC. Okay, let's show it on map. I always forgot this. And we wait. Yeah, I have to go to Outland. Magrand. So they did a nice little thing with Hala. I'm not sure if it works that way and since when, but usually I had an issue because it was already captured by other faction, and you know, NPCs are too strong, you can't do anything about it. So what you wanna do in those cases, and this is a rule of thumb, you try switching I guess layer or CRZ or whatever you wanna call it, sharding or whatever. So you go into chromie time, or I guess war mode or anything, to see if things are better for you. But that's theoretical. Practically, I've noticed, I guess it resets or something, so you just need a couple of minutes to cap it. Sorry. And then in this corner here, you're gonna see a female blood elf vendor. It's outside of the building, and she sells, I guess I'll go outside of the map. Okay, maybe not. She sells those mounts, which you can buy with some of the items you get from garrison missions. 2 mounts, Talbot mounts. You can buy a +2 strength gem. It's limited, so you buy, and it's unique equipped, so it doesn't matter. So she sells 1 +2 strength red gem, unique equipped, like I said, and she sells 3 same ones, 2-hander green swords. So if you wanna disenchant, that's one of the options, though you don't need it for that. Okay, I made double segue here. So because there's better option, but you know, if you really need something extra and you're there, you might as well buy those, or for transmog. And like I said, I'm gonna embrace the ramble. So which way do we go first? The path of gems or the path of enchanting? The path of gems. So, like I said previously, I have made a new toon. I guess now it's time to say that it's, I think I said it, or doesn't matter. It's a cloth mana user, and sure, the crit, you know, might not be your thing, but the thing, as I was saying, for Hala, work for this place here. Now you can see those 3 stadiums and stuff, but we're talking about gems here. I always have to keep reminding myself that just because I have it in my head, in my mind, doesn't mean that you know what I'm talking about, and I need to make myself perfectly clear. So for you new guys, because these are, like I said long time ago, bad guides for new people. So you go to Throlmar. Yeah, like I said, it's all about the gems. So I'm talking here about 1 Throlmar, 3 stamina plus 4 crit gem. So that's 1 gem. So later on I'm gonna mention the belt. We're in for a ride. So where to start? So what you're gonna do is go to Orgrimmar, go on TBC Chromitime, talk to a mage in the portal room. He will port you to old blasted lands. Then you go through the portal, you end up here. I think you will be able to use the flight path right away. I wouldn't complete the quest, I would abandon it, because I think on this character the mage won't give me portal anymore. I'm not sure if I need to go back to that time again. I'm not sure about that, doesn't matter. Though I think in Undercity there's portal to old blasted lands or blasted lands, I'm not sure. So, and I love that they added to the new Tears for Glades just those portals and not, you know, some new zeppelins and stuff. So I don't know, you go to Throlmar, I think you will be able to see the gems right away, but you cannot buy it, you need extra currency, you know, there has to be something behind something behind something. So you need to do a short, talk to the main guy in this building. Then when you talk to him, you have to do, I'm not sure, I didn't check this time because I wanted some cloth mog, because I have the least cloth mogs. So I did bunch of quests here, maybe I shouldn't have. So what you need to do is to unlock the quest with that female orc that sells those I mean, maybe you can just, I'm not sure if you can get those Throlmar marks. I mean, you can get one from one honor kill, and I guess if you find 10 people to kill, that would be even, I don't know if you get them before you do the quest though. So the point is, you get the quest to capture, and first time I heard about that gem, I didn't know what you do to get it, so I just didn't bother. But it's not, I mean, it's nuisance, but not that big of a deal. So the point is, you have to do 4 dailies. 4 dailies to capture 3 stadiums here. So you take you can you need 10, but you get 3 per quest. But in the first day you can get 6, because you do the main quest and then you can do the daily. So you can do 2 quests first day, and then unless you kill somebody, that sounded wrong, you need to do it 2 more times. Now, and then you buy the gem, and since that cloth belt has 2 gem slots, you buy 1 plus 3 intellect gem from Orgrimmar, and then if you wanna barter or not, you do all this for that 3 stamina, 4 crit gem. So now what do I have to say here is that if Alliance, and there's a common courtesy here, don't go overboard, because even if you're lazy or you're too, I don't know, some RP enthusiast, you always barely cap. That's very important, because you won't other side to recap it, and the other side wants you to recap it. So you might find, some higher levels and all. I mean, you can choose what you wanna do there, come back later, go on some other layer or something. But here's a small little tip. So when you cap those stadiums, like I said, okay, let's make sure that I said everything properly. You'll get the quest here to come here and cap those 3 stadiums. You wanna just barely cap them, so someone can recap them easily. Now, if they are already capped by your faction, that can be even better for you. So in that case, there's 2 things you can do. You can switch layers, and I don't know how much time you need to cap it. I don't know, minute or 2 or something. Maybe, I'm not sure, but there's other way. So you can change layers and hope for the best, or if you can and want, if you have I avoided doing this because I know it's a bother for me. If you have ally tune, or I know you can maybe even make one for this, you come, and in a way it's gonna be easier perhaps, because you only need to just barely move it into neutral, so into the gray on the scale, just not to be capped by horde or alliance, whatever. And then, depending on your faith in future or all, either uncap all 3 or uncap, relog, cap and repeat. So it might be even easier that way. Now, I think we have talked about this way too much. Now, yeah, let's talk about something that will also put you to sleep. I always remember one video by one. Okay, I've just finished listening to some video about I like staying in touch with gaming news, but I don't think they work for me, because 90% of that info, I mean, it's all crammed up and I don't care, so I end up just zoning out on all of the video. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, though. It reminded me about one game. I think I've heard somewhere someone commenting on those that Zereth Mortis mobs not being very Warcraft like, and I'm not sure if it's Bitcraft, but there was one or maybe 2, I don't know if those are MMOs or what, games that those wolves and those talbuks are literally, I'm not sure that they are even out, but concepts and some gameplay was out, so I think they took those concepts from there. That wolf and that talbuk looks like it's from that game completely. Maybe not that game, but I know there were 2 games that were talked about, and maybe it's that one, maybe it's some other one. And okay, maybe I wanted, what was else? Yeah, I was talking about that guy was made a video about returning players to that last patch of BFA, and recently I saw some. It was a joke video about returning players now, and that's really depressing stuff. Maybe this is as well, all this dry talk about what you need to do, and I could never play endgame World of Warcraft, not only now but in general. When you think about what everything you need to do to just play the game, that's depressing, especially now in the later patches. But let's go back to these depressing issues. So Netherstone Stormspire has a vendor that sells greens. So if you wanna disenchant stuff, now the trick there is talk to a vendor, buy all the greens, but go to that option and take all, because most of that is melee, and if you're a caster, you're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff to buy there. So check all, buy all the greens, and in a minute, maybe more, maybe less, they're gonna restock. I don't know how often and how much that goes. You're not gonna get a bunch of crafting materials, enchanting materials. Even you might get that prismatic shard. I have followed that WoW Professions guide and for TBC enchanting, and the only useful thing there was that conversion, though it's green and it's gonna take a lot of time to go from small to large prismatic shard shuffle, I guess. Now I need to be careful what I'm talking about, but I'm already tired of all of this. I guess I'm not gonna go into everything after all. Excuse me for a second. Maybe it doesn't matter if I have the map on. I wanna go back into game, but maybe it's variety if I have something else then. Though it is kinda moody, that underbelly or whatever it's called. So you go to, if you want to go into TBC enchanting. Now I wasn't aware of what I'm getting into. I just wanted that extra 1 strength on wrists, and that was with the 5 skill. But I said, I'm gonna just disenchant and then see what I'm gonna do. So like I said, there's a vendor there, you buy them and you just keep disenchanting until you think you don't need the mats anymore. I usually go to all 25, but and this was the smoothest disenchanting I ever had. I got to 25 disenchanting by disenchanting, really fast. The smoothest disenchanting skill ups I ever had. So you do that now. From that point, I made things for me a lot harder, because I've noticed that the other bis enchants require, I think, plus 50 and plus 60. I'm not gonna bother. I'm close to plus 60, but I'm not gonna bother with that one because it needs reputation. I'm not gonna bother with that one. Now that is important for one other thing. So now how to go about this? I really am gonna talk about all of this and then stop the stream. I'm really tired, and I'm guessing if there's anyone left watching this, they are very tired too. So the other enchant is bis enchant, and it's really bis, because it's for caster weapons. It's 11 spell power. The one I had before was from the uh, Lich King, and it was +7, so this is pretty much two-hander kinda power. But I really didn't know it was a drop, and and this is very important, I really felt bad when I realized it's a drop recipe. So, but there's a good news. Apparently it was low drop chance, but for me it was 100%. Now, this is not to brag about the drop, but it's to explain that it's probably related to your enchanting skill. So when I went for the drop, for the recipe, I already had the TBC enchanting 50 plus, so I could learn the recipe right away. And maybe that's the reason behind the higher drop chance. So what you need to do is, where is it? Damn. Ah, yeah, I don't have it on this one. I'm not sure now. Yeah, it's not here. So there's an image here of two towers. There's one tower here. This is where you need to die, which will not be a problem since there are ogres there. There's that doll I was talking about there. So when you die, you will reappear at the graveyard here, and this is a zone where you could usually only get by flying. And there are arcanists and spell thieves. So I was about to go out of the game. I needed to go, and I said, let's just do as much now, and then just finish it when I get the chance. So I came here, I died, so okay, I am, and that's saw that on some forum post, just to put that out there. So I did res at the graveyard. I said, okay, great, I'm gonna just take res sickness and get back later on. And then I said, while I'm at it, let me just check out the mobs. And I found one of the mobs a bit separated. I said, okay, let's just try to get him with the rest sickness, and it wasn't an issue at all. And he dropped the recipe, first kill recipe right away. So that's not something to be afraid of, because less than 1%, if you have, this is, I think I read that in the comments on that site, and that site, the Wow Shithead, and and it seems that if you have TBC enchanting and maybe even high TBC enchanting, that those chances are significantly higher of you getting the recipe. And like I said, the enchant is fairly superior. Now, before I get into that belt, I guess the way I play it is not rational, it's not pragmatic. I'm making it harder for myself. So that enchant, it needed 6 of those essences or something, those larger ones, and I had a bunch from the disenchants. Okay, there's someone that wants to be a center of attention. Or maybe he just wanted to get the... Yeah, this is probably it. So I have wrongly accused him. Shame on me. Oh god, no. Never mind now. I think I showed what I had. Let's just chill out a bit for a bit. So there was an issue. You need 8 of those larger shards. Now what I tried to do, because I only had one exalted there and it was from that Sporegar event, and those I had currency, but I couldn't buy the stuff from Sporegar to disenchant because of the level requirement. Now if my memory doesn't if my memory serves me right, I think I have bought from that Keepers of Time vendor all the items for Mog, and I could have disenchanted them after. And you can pretty much, if you have disenchanting, you can use that disenchanting, mouse over the item on the vendor and see if it can be disenchanted or not. So that's one way of getting it if you're free to play. Now you can also run dungeons, Keeper of Times one, because that reputation you need for that level 60 TBC enchanting. I think it's for the gloves, but I'm not gonna bother with the dungeons. That's one of the things I wanted to say. So if you are pragmatic, you're gonna do some Keepers of Time reputation dungeons. You're gonna get a bunch of things to disenchant, and you're gonna get reputation to buy the recipe at Honored. Yeah, talking about that, I did get an epic drop. You'll hear about it a bit later on, but in order to get those shards from it, I needed that Shattered Sun reputation, which is for more expeditious players. So not for me. I mean, people are getting it. There is a way. Okay, let's go into that right now. You get summoned from the battleground into Majester's Terrace, and you are just, carried by someone that, just clears it, and you get reputation. Now, things they get, but I don't really see any people with... Okay, maybe it's for the... More people have it on the other side, but it's for that trinket, and I don't know how much that no level requirement sword, how useful that is. I don't know if people use it or not. So what I did was, to avoid doing dungeons, I wanted to kill rares and get chests instead. Zangarmar's chest stuff gives some of it gives vanilla shards, some of it gives the shards I needed, and rares are, I don't know, there's some kind of crazy respawn timer, and there are usually 3 per zone, so that wasn't really a pleasant experience. But like I said, I even got an epic, and I'm disenchanting everything. I don't care if I don't even believe those prices. Those are probably transmog prices, and those don't sell. And when I see there's a price of 10k for some item, and then I see it shares appearance with some green that is sold for 500 gold, who knows what's going on there, and I don't want to bother with auction house, so I just disenchant it all. And was that it? I'm having a feeling I forgot something, but I don't care. Okay, let's finally finish the stream. One more no, not okay, doesn't matter. Jump around. We are kind of in the best place here. Okay, so you get to this place because, like I said, I don't want to bother with dungeons. There's one quest item. I mean, there are options for especially for TBC quest rewards with the sockets, but those are probably some long questions. I don't even want to bother with it. This is a pretty short one. So this is for cloth belt with 2 sockets. You get here, there's I think a female tauren here. She gives quest for to kill a bunch of rams around this place. Don't get confused. Sometimes, when you read the comments, they confuse you more. If you haven't read them, you will just, get it done faster and easier. Let me just say one thing about those vow professions. I think I forgot that. After disenchanting and after that shard advice, everything else didn't work for me at all. Just look at your mats and look at the. I think I did bunch of versatility on chest for skill ups. Just pick things that work for you. Those that guide is not really free to play friendly. They do go into mats and prices, and if you're have game time, then sure, but if you're free to play, then just you need to check it all and do your own math. So let's back to this. So after you do the rams, I think the quest is kinda tricky because it shows you one place, but you need to be, I know, somewhere here. You need to be at that frozen waterfall. You sound the horn, Yeti appears, you kill the Yeti, and then the quest is done, and you get the cloth belt with 2 sockets, which I guess is bis or something. So that's it. Damn, I didn't even check I hope this was caught on stream. I didn't even check the stream health. If it's not, this is gonna be painful, but so much more I wanted to go into. I wanted to talk about MMOs, games, and Blizzard in general. A lot to go into there, but I guess I'll have to. Maybe it's for the better. I'll maybe even think things through a bit. And on that note,
see you soon. Real soon.